Parkerville Children and Youth Care came into our lives after my daughter Millie shared an incident that had been happening to her. She wasn't coping with school and life in general. When Millie first told me what had been happening to her, I felt absolutely broken. I was upset that I didn't know, and I was upset that she didn't feel like she could tell me any sooner.
Well, when I entered the room, I felt really nervous, and when I sat down and started talking with Jess, she helped me feel calm and also not stressed anymore.
I think the Child and Family Advocate Centres are a really unique space that do feel really child-centred, and a lot of the time kids kind of come in and it already feels like somewhere that they belong and that they feel at home. And it's really nice to have that environment and then, to have the interview process that happens in that space.
My role within the multi-agency investigation support team is primarily to take carriage of investigations relating to child sexual abuse, physical abuse and neglect.
Of course, a lot of time, by the time the matters are reported to us, the child may have already suffered abuse, but we can prevent that abuse from reoccurring. And we know there are children out there now who are being abused as we speak. But if we can make a difference to a child's life and put their life on a different and a better trajectory, then that's what we want to do.
So working with the WA Police and the MISS team is a really big honour and a privilege. I feel really lucky to work with such a passionate team that really do care about the outcomes for children and young people and families. I think you can see the benefit for families in the way that we all work together, that families don't have to continually repeat their story.
Prior to the establishment of the MISS, families and children will be telling their stories over and over again to different service providers, whether that be to the police or whether that be to their doctor or somebody else or someone in education.
Working with the advocates from Parkerville Children and Youth Care is really good. It gives me the confidence to know that the victims are being looked after throughout the investigation, in addition to their families as well, and it allows me to step back and focus on the investigation.
And I often ask kids when they come for interview, is that what you expected? Is that kind of what you thought was going to happen today? And their feedback is often it was a lot better than what they thought, which is a really awesome thing to hear.
Jess just has a really beautiful way of connecting with Millie. She just makes her feel safe, and it's a really warm and welcoming environment, and Millie loves now coming to see Jess and share with her.
Jess helped me feel really comfortable with talking to my safety network, and now I feel like I can tell them anything.
Parkerville Children and Youth Care has been amazing. They came into our lives at a time what was so challenging and emotionally draining for us, and they just really helped us at a time, supported us when we really needed it the most.